Hey y'all, what's happening? Chinese here. Hope you all are having a lovely morning or lovely afternoon, depending on where you are. So I missed uploading or doing a Cinema Saturdays shout out video or Cinema Sunday, so I thought I'd do a substitute and do a Cinema Monday. But in this one, I wanted to suggest and or recommend three films by three black female directors, and they all happen to take place where they were all released in the 90s. Um, so the first one, I'm going to go in chronological order, would be Julie Dash's Daughters of the Dust. I believe it was set in Georgia, South Carolina, somewhere along that area in the South. The landscape was breathtaking. Cinematography was breathtaking. The beauty of the women, their souls, the generational conflict, the old and new generation moving forward or retaining our culture, retaining our history, like that going back in that tug of war between the generations of women was a really lovely story. It was abstract in many ways for me. It dealt with rape, but also the love between the women within that family. So again, that's Julie Dash is the director, and Daughters of the Dust is her cinematic gem. So beautiful to watch and to experience. Again, released in 1991. The second film will be Casey Lemon's feature film Eve's Bayou, that was released in 1997, set in New Orleans. Again, a generation of women, and it was very heartfelt. It dealt with adultery. It dealt with generational curses, and women coming together to encourage each other. And some women who were out of pocket, some of the characters, but it was a lovely story of women and a marriage, and like the challenges within a marriage. Samuel L. Jackson's in it, and Journey Smollett is in it, and of course the wonderful Debbie Morgan, who did a wonderful job, just wonderful, moving, impactful job, as was Lynn Whitfield was in it, and Megan Good. It was, I think, one of her first major feature films. She was wonderful in it, so transparent. And then the next film was released in 1998. It was titled Mixingnia, starring Karen Parsons from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, directed by Allison Swanson. Forgive me for that. And it dealt with a woman who was a black woman who was biracial. Her father was Caucasian, her mother's black, clearly. And she was working in the advertising industry, and was having to deal with wrestling with like some of the stereotypical imagery that she contributed to at her advertising agency, and how she started to wrestle with not want to be a part of contributing to the imagery of black people oversimplified in advertising. And she, I think, decided to branch out on her own, or trying to determine what she really wanted to do with her life outside of advertising. And she meets this guy. Isaiah Washington's in it. He was wonderful, and he's a wonderful actor, period. But just her struggle, like trying to find a new career that's going to be fulfilling for her, and have an impact on the world and the black community. So that was a lovely film as well, set in New York. So if you get a chance, check out these three films. The first one, Daughters of the Dust by Julie Dash. Second one is Eve's Bayou by Casey Lemon. And the third one is Allison Swanson's Mixingnia, starring Karen Parsons. So check them out and let me know your thoughts. Thanks.